Hi, my name is Cass Gregory. This is Module 2, Lesson Number 1, where we will be focusing on the power of catching someone doing something right. As managers and supervisors, we may be used to catching employees doing something wrong. When that happens, we reprimand them and we expect their behaviour to change. If their behaviour does improve, the change is often short-lived. So what can we do to achieve long-term improvements? How can we help our employees achieve our goals and make fewer mistakes? Well, to start off with, if we want everyone involved, then we need teamwork and the collaboration of our employees. How do we make that happen? We need to recognise and motivate our employees, and we also need to develop an assertive management style. Today, we're going to take a look at this. In fact, in a previous class, a participant shared a story with the class that's a great example for what we're looking at today. He told me that he was driving home late at night around 1:30 a.m. There were no other cars on the road and no other people around. Just before he gets to his home, he stops at a stop sign. Even though there were no people, no traffic, he came to a complete stop and looked both ways to make sure nothing was coming. He pulled up just outside his house, took off his seatbelt and was just about to get out of his car when he noticed the lights of a police car behind him. He became quite nervous and wondered what he'd done wrong. A police officer knocked on his window. He knew he'd been wearing his seatbelt and he knew he'd stopped at the stop sign. With his heart pounding, he rolled down the window. The police officer leant in the window and said, "You didn't see me parked on the corner when you came to the stop sign. I saw you, and I saw that you came to a complete stop. It made me feel very happy that even though there were no cars and people around, you made sure you stopped properly. Just want to congratulate you and say thank you for doing the right thing." Then the police officer said good night and left. The guy felt good that he'd been praised. He told us at the class that since that incident, he has ensured that he always comes to a stop every time he sees a stop sign. The impact of the police officer's praise didn't only make an impact on the guy, it impacted all the participants in the class, and they've said that they'll also come to a complete stop when they see a stop sign. This is where we see the power of catching someone doing something right. Now imagine if you do this in your working environment. In the book, The 1 Minute Manager, one of the techniques is to praise employees. There are certain steps to follow when praising an employee. First of all, congratulate them and be specific about what they did right. Tell them what you liked and how it made you feel. Now that you've seen that positive praise can make a lifetime impact on someone, let's practice writing what you'd say to recognize an employee. Write it down and practice with the team of people who you're with right now. Remember to go ahead and pause this video while you do this exercise. So this is what you're going to be doing. Working as an individual, but also in a group, you're going to write down phrases recognizing someone who you work with. Let's say, for example, you work with Mary, and Mary always comes into work on time. Write down a phrase that you could say to Mary that's giving her praise. Now remember, when you do this, always be specific about what she did right. She came into work on time on a regular basis. Mention only the positive things. Don't start talking about negative things. Just mention the positive things to her. And tell her how you felt about it and also what you liked about it. So that's what you're going to do in this exercise. Go ahead and pause this video and start writing down that phrase and practice it in your group. As you heard in the story about the guy who stopped at the stop sign, recognizing someone just one time can have a lifetime effect. Now I know some of you are already doing this, but I encourage all of you to catch all of your employees doing something right all of the time. I'll see you in the next lesson.